wanted to do something a little bit different today. I wanted to do like a real tea time with Dom. So first thing first, definitely how are you guys? If you are new to my channel, I am normally doing makeup, but this time I wanted to venture out and to do something different. But today, while I was in a supermarket, for some reason, some young girl, she was like, because I had my hair all did up, so she's like, oh my god, you look so pretty, yada 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 yada. And I was like, oh thank you. Everyone knows compliments makes me happy. She came to me and she was like, I just need someone to talk to real quick. I don't know you, and it just may sound a little bit weird that I'm just randomly coming to you, and I apologize. I'm like, no, it's okay. I have more than enough time on my hands. I'm off today. Let's talk. So she wanted to talk to me about being the other woman or being the main chick. So I was like, ooh, this is tea time. I'm telling her, like, I've been that woman. You know, at first I thought I was the other woman, but I was the main chick. I just got played really, really badly. And there are a lot of people that know the situation because I've been embarrassed. He embarrassed the crap out of me. And it was one of the longest breakups that have ever existed in history. Alright, I'm lying. In my life. It was a hard breakup. It was a hard thing to deal with. And I really felt very uncomfortable letting people in and knowing my story. Wait, why say story? And let everybody know my story. But now I feel more comfortable to be open about it because there are a lot of females out there, and sometimes some men too, that been the other man and you've been hurt. It's a real heartbreak. It's like you really, really gave your all to that person. You really, really loved that person so much, and then for you just to find out that you were being played the whole time, that hurts. A lot of people think, oh, just because you're beautiful or just because or you have a nice body. No, that doesn't matter. If someone isn't happy, they're not happy. That's just the bottom line. You could be going above and beyond. You can be a whole entire snack and they'll cheat on you still. Like, it don't matter. Some people are really, really greedy, and some people don't know how to let go of the other person, so they'll hurt someone else, or hurt people. Like, that's one of the oldest saying, hurt people, and it is so freaking true. But to make a long story short, I've known this guy. We were friends first, like completely friends first. Nothing ever happened, and we both was just telling each other stories, his pain, my pain, how he got hurt, how I got hurt. And for like a year, nothing, just straight friends. We could hang out with each other. We talked about personal life. We talked about personal issues. Like, we talked about everything. We were like this. Like, we were really, really best friends. Then my life hit very hard, and he was the one that was there for me. Like, he welcomed me into his home. Like, he helped me out. I lost my job and my home within the same week, a Tuesday and a Wednesday of the same week. And he helped me out with a job. He was a manager at one of our jobs. And we both agreed to not let anyone know because we was at work. It wasn't, you know, this is the workplace. You don't want everybody in your business. And I'm a very, very private person. So by me even saying this, okay, this is a big step for Dom. I don't normally tell my business, okay? So I'm going to let you know this right now. But a lot of people always ask questions. Sidebar, I'm going to get back to it. I remember the job. No one wants to know. I remember. A lot of people always want to know what Nikki is doing. That's my nickname. A lot of people want to know what Nikki's doing, what Dom is doing, what's her thing in life, what is her goal. So now here you go. Here's the all be all, tell all. Here's me. So we was working together, and only like one or two people know, which was his friends, because he, I guess before him and I really started to get serious, he used to tell his friends about me. Granted, whatever, you tell your guys, whatever. So we were working together, and a lot of people did not know that we were talking. A lot of people didn't even know that we was like close like that. They just thought we got close because of work. So then eventually, all of a sudden, we both said, hey, why are we not taking this serious? We might as well just get with each other. We've been knowing each other. By this time, it's probably like 2-3 years now. So we've been knowing each other for so long. We might as well just do the do. We might as well just become more than just friends. So we both agreed to it. We both was all for it. This is when everything just hit. This is when I had so many red flags to leave, so many red flags to not ignore, and each red flag I ignored. Why? Because this was a different kind of love. I've never had this love before. It was fun, it was adventurous, it was spontaneous, it was romantic, it was cool. Like, this is my homie. Like, we literally can talk about anything. We love the same things. We had the same adventurous wild side. Everything was just so right. Even our horoscopes was like, y'all like the best couple everyone would ever want, like a Cancer and a Pisces. It was the best thing ever. And I remember the first and I ignored it. It didn't bother me because we still was like, I wasn't that kind of chick to be jealous. I wasn't a jealous chick because I felt like, yo, ain't no one touching my spot. Like, we both had that agreement. That's my spot, that's your spot. I don't care. It is what it is. I remember this to the T, okay? He used my phone one time to go into his Gmail account because his phone broke or something like that, and he had to send his email out. And I never like signed out of it. I just kept it. I didn't care. I didn't pay attention to it. That's what it really was. And one time his phone broke, he emailed me. I'm like, oh, so you emailing me? Who else are you emailing? So I went to his email account, and that's when I saw everything. I saw the chick. She was a model. She was tall and beautiful. She wasn't ugly. At least he had taste. I will say that. I won't say her name because I won't put her name on blast either. That's not fair. My heart was racing. Like, my heart was racing. But I couldn't react at the time because my mom and dad was at my house. And my mom, they loved him. They really did like him. And I'm like, I didn't know how to react. And my mom, they was like, well, we're about to go. I'm like, okay, yep. Go ahead, leave, bye. Like, kicking them out. Call my homegirl, hey, yo, X, Y, and Z, I played it cool. I didn't say no. I knew this for about at least a week or so before me letting him know that I know. And I needed him to get around. Just got into an accident like a week or a few days before I actually found out that he was cheating on me. And then I was like, I don't want to overreact. I don't know how to act, but this never never really happened. I don't know how to react to this. So I'm freaking out in my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him good. Like, I'm gonna just try to trap him. I tried so many different things, and I didn't know exactly how to handle it. It was one time we was about to, before we go to work, and he knew that I just started to change. Like, everything about me changed. My attitude, the way I was around him, I just changed. I just didn't care anymore. But I cared, but I didn't care. I was just more so hurt. And he saw pain in my eyes every single day, but he didn't understand why. And then he'd tell me like, oh, I'm about to go do ninja course, or I'm about to go and do this, go to the gym or something like that. And meanwhile, I see the email, oh, you're about to meet up with her. And it's like, wow, all this time you really was lying to me. That's like one of the hardest things to sit there and accept as a woman or as someone that got cheated on. It's like, all the lies just surface. It's like, wow, you was lying to me the whole time. So I was really green. I was really, really naive. Wow. And it hurt me every single time he lied. And some people was like, well, why didn't you just leave? I didn't know how to leave. You know, this was like, maybe we can talk through this. Maybe we could get over it. I was one of those chicks. Maybe we could just talk it out, you know. He'll leave her, he'll see what he has with me. Once he don't have me anymore, he'll miss me and then come back. If you know me really closely, you know my dreams are very, very on point, vivid, very clear, straight to the point. And I told him I had a dream about him cheating. Now, granted, I always did have dreams of him cheating. I did, but I've ignored those red flags again. This time, I tried to like play with it a little bit, but I went way too far. I should never did that. I started describing the girl because her picture was on the email profile, so I seen her picture, and he looked like oh shoot, like her dream was really true. So I'm laughing inside because it's like, good, I could get you now. I'm playing with you now. So I'm playing with him. And I was at work, and it was like this really, really long line. And he's like, let me see your phone. I'm like, hold on, give me a second. Because I wanted to sign out, because I didn't want him to know that I went through my Gmail. I went through his Gmail and saw it. So it was a long line, customers, he bobbing, everyone. I said, here, just take it. And I didn't think, like, as soon as I gave him the phone, he, like, ran out. And I was like, oh, no, you stupid. A few minutes later, he texted me, said, oh, your dream, huh? So I'm like, freak, he knows. Dang, now he know I know. Now I could sit here and get pissed. So I was a manager, so I had the chance to like roam around, whatever. So I got my phone back from him. I used his account and emailed her back and say, hey, I'm gonna call you back in a few. You could call me back at this number right here, 3411. Never mind, to tell you my whole number. So I said, you can just call me back at this number. So I seen he went into the office, right? So I went right in the office, right behind him, and I see he went into his email, trying to email her. I said, oh, word, bet. I called her right then and there. As soon as I called her, I had her number and everything. So she picked up. She was like, hello? And I was like, hey, how are you? So meanwhile, I'm still at work. I left work. I'm in the parking lot at work talking to this girl. Yes, I did that. Yes, I was the one who called. Yes. Because I felt that she should know too. Plus, I don't know. Would you have called the other person? I don't feel like it was childish. I wanted her to know, and that was that. So, told her every single thing, and she went off. One thing I'm going to say, like, I don't know how she was behind my back, but at least face-to-face and phone-wise, it was at least some sort of respect towards each other, because we realized it wasn't me and it wasn't her. I never ever did hate her. I never hated this girl for nothing, to save my life, because it had nothing to do with her. What I couldn't stand was the fact was him. All my anger, frustration, whatever, was towards him, because he was the one that lied. She didn't lie to me because I was not dating her. I was dating him. So that's another thing also. When it's the other person, unless the other person is getting real disrespectful and crazy, then you gotta do your due. But if the other person is just on the same mutual understanding as you are, don't ever get at the other woman, because at the end of the day, she didn't know either. Now, unless she did know, then that's different, but she didn't know either. It's that person that needs to get it. It's him that needs to get it, not her, or vice versa if it's you're male and female, whatever. So we both had like this, and she was like, yo, I'm about to come to the job right now. I'm like, hold up, wait. No, I can't have you do that right now. Not right now. I said, we'll plan this out right, but I need for him to take me back and forth wherever it is I have to go, because my car, I just got into a car accident, and he's my ride around. It took a lot for me to calm her. That girl was furious, and I can understand it. I was just as furious as it was with her as she was. We both just saved each other's number, and we just left it as that. That's when he was like, oh, I'm gonna leave her alone. I promise I would never ever talk to her ever again. I'm done. Of course, you're going to be the female and fall for it. Of course I did. And I was like, okay, I'm hurt. So he did everything. Everything was so sweet. Everything was so nice and beautiful. Then he just started changing again. And then I'm like, okay, what is this? So I started going through his phone. And he knew how to clean his phone up. So I was like, all right, babe, whatever. I just had that intuition. If you ever have an intuition, please listen to it, because at least 90% of the time, if you're not just overthinking, you're correct. You're right. A female intuition is correct. You are 100% right. You know your man. Like, you know your man. That's just that. And I knew he wasn't acting right. I knew everything was not right. So I called her again. I did. And then we both was like, well, he told me this and he told me that. And I'm looking like, dude, I knew you was lying. Like, I knew you were lying. So now at this point, I'm not even mad anymore. It was more so I'm just disappointed. Like, I was more hurt because I took this man over and over and over, believed his lies. Knew some of it wasn't true, but just, you know, I mean, there was a dude with my favorite car, Maserati, trying to holler at me. I pushed him to the side, okay, for you. Then another dude, dude's coming over with money. You know, at my job, they all them big boys was coming up there, and it's like, I pushed them all to the side for you, and then now it's like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? So then she's like, oh, I need to see the proof that y'all still talking because I'm more of a visual person. I'm not the type of person that just gotta take it by, I have to see it. I have to see it. I'm like, honey, you're telling me the same thing he told me. I'm finishing your story before you finish the story. For example, say like he promised her, oh, I want to take you to the cabins. And I was like, yeah, so you can ride on horses, right? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I'm finishing the stories, the same lies that he fed to me. So I'm like, what more do you want? I said, fine, whatever. I'll give you the proof. It is what it is. So my thing was, I always told him, you can go. You can have her. I don't want you because at the end of the day, I would never be happy. You would never be happy. So move on. Y'all two can have a beautiful, beautiful life. I said she's a model. She's tall. She's beautiful. She has no kids. She has money. Go. Just like live your life. They never want to let me go. Months later, we'll stop talking. He'll ease his way back in, and I'll be dumb enough to sit there and take it all over again. So it's been a back and forth kind of breakup. It was just one of the most embarrassing moments that I've ever dealt with when it came to a guy because I really did care. And to know while we were at work, so many people knew the truth. So many people knew the truth about her and me and didn't tell me. And a lot of them were people that I was close with. And it's like, do you not know how embarrassing that was to walk around that building and to know that your man probably messed around with her? It's like, wow, it was like a smack in my face every single day. And not once did I ever, like, back down. Not once did I ever say, oh, well, like, I was shy and embarrassed. No, I was embarrassed on the inside, but I didn't show it on the outside. I didn't show that. I did not show that. I probably was pissed off some days. Yeah, you seen it. But even his friend, I won't say which friend it was, but one of his friends, he told me, he said, Dom, you deserve way better than him. Leave him alone. He's no good for you. He said, you're the type of chick that a lot of guys want, but a lot that don't deserve. But just that one or two particular guys that you'll meet, they will deserve you and they will treat you right. You need to leave and let him go. His own friend told me, but I was just too stupid to leave. And I was ashamed to talk about it to my mom because my mom, she couldn't stand him no more. He pissed her off. I was ashamed to talk about it to my friends because they always tell me the same thing. Oh, you should leave him alone. Oh, you shouldn't mess with him. Oh, he's this and this and that. He's a dog. So a lot of times I had no one to talk to because I didn't know how to leave him. I didn't want to. It's more so I just didn't want to leave. And I was young and dumb, stupid. Just, I didn't believe him. But I think it was the memories that had got me so caught up. It was the potential that I saw in him that I was like, he can change. And I knew that I couldn't change a man, but I'm like, he can change. Like, I know once he get past this, he'll be fine. And it was like, no, he wasn't. Then it's like, I put so much effort into this, and then it was like, how could you hurt me after I'm telling you that I was hurt before? But this was a different kind of hurt. It was a different kind of love. And it was a love that I've never, ever had, ever in my life. And it's a love that, it was like that Notebook kind of love. If you ever seen that movie Notebook, how Noah, I forgot the girl, Noah and Allie, I think her name was Allie, how their connection, that chemistry, that bond, that kind of love I've never had. So it was hard to let go. And I understood why it was hard for her to let go as well. I mean, she said things behind my back, but at this point, I didn't care. And then at the end of the day, it's like, do I really believe you? Or did you just try to say that to get us to fight over you? One thing, I'm not going to fight over you. It came to a point where eventually I let it go. It was one of the hardest things to say. You know, I remember to this day at my house, at my door. And I was crying because why am I freaking? I'm freaking Cancer. I'm emotional. I can't help it. Everything I cry. I cry when I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm laughing. I cry for everything. Don't ever judge a Cancer. Because when we cry, it's either a good thing or a bad thing. Is if we hold all that anger in, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. But if we let it out by tears, it's like, whoo, that's like a hawoosa for us. It's like, ha, I got it out. So yes, we are crybabies, but we cry because we have to relieve our stress. Because if not, we have to knock somebody the hell out. But I finally let go, and it was so much like weight lifted off my shoulders, and it was just so much free. Like, it was just free. Be free. And then I had one of my homegirls I was working with. She was going through the same thing. She literally, everything that me and my ex went through, she was going through. It was easy for me to just coach her through her breakup. We became like that because of it. And every time I told her something was happening, she was like, oh my God, Dom, it happened just like you said. I'm like, I know. Dudes are the same. They have the same patterns. It's different, but they're the same. I left him alone, didn't reply to any of his text messages, phone calls. I deaded everything, and it was just that. And he came back around. I was being real hard. No, I'm not going to answer none of them. He did something sweet. He knew my sweet spot. So we was just talking from time to time, and then we'll meet up. Then it was late night talk. Yeah, I was dumb again. And then I asked him, like, are y'all still talking? He was like, she calls him from time to time. And I was like, dang, you still didn't learn. Like, why are you trying to come at me, but yet you still talking to her? So I was like, you need to be alone. I think that's what you need. You need to be alone, just like I need to be alone. That was that. You know, that was that. It was one of the hardest breakups. And then, a month later, he sends me edible arrangements. He sends me a lot of different stuff, emailing me, calling, and it was a lonely moment in my life. And I was always used to being in a relationship, and this was the first time ever that I was actually single. We tried it, but it was so difficult because every time I was with him, I was so unhappy because I always thought, are you texting her? Are you with her? When you're not with me, are you with her? So it was one of the hardest breakups for me. But once we both just let go, and we didn't look back at all. I'm really cool with his mom still. Like, I'll text her from time to time because she was really, really nice. She welcomed me in her home when I didn't have a home, and I thank her so much. His grandma was so sweet. Oh, she's so funny. Oh my goodness. And that was one of the hardest things, was to let go of the family, let go of the memories. So if someone ever tell you, oh, just leave the dude already, it's not that easy sometimes. Sometimes it's really, really hard, because if you never was really, really in love with someone, you really wouldn't understand how it is to leave. I started to relate to other people, and then I started to realize that I'm not the only one who was going through this. And I realized a lot of women that I started talking to, they started like coming to me for advice because they went through the same thing. And I'll tell them, listen, honey, you're just going to have to let go. It's going to be hard. And I never judged them. That's why a lot of women that's been hurt, they always came to me because I didn't judge them. I was wrong, because before I used to judge, dang, that dude cheated on you and you still with him. I used to be that person. I would say, I ain't never going to do that. God would shut you up. Don't ever say it was something that you would never do, because God would sit there and be like, oh, word, let me just trickle this down on you and prove you wrong. It was hard for me to move on. It was a hard breakup. I isolated myself from everybody. I'm not saying that's what the best thing to do. You probably would need like a week or two away from someone or away from people. At least have that one person that you know that won't judge you, that you can talk to, that you can cry with, that you can vent to every single time. Like my homegirl, like every time that he heard her, I always answered her phone call. I always was there to talk to her, because I knew I was that person that had no one to talk to without anyone judging me. That's what I meant to say. Everyone would say, oh, just get over him already. Stop crying over him. It's not that easy when you're in love. Now that I am single, I love being single. I love having my freedom. I love having my own time. I ain't got to do anything for you. I just got to deal with my son and myself, and that's it. And my little cat, where is she? She was just in here. She opened the door. Is there someone else? Could be. Could be not. I ain't gonna let you know just yet. But I'm enjoying me. I'm enjoying my time. I'm enjoying this experience of being alone. And it's fun and it's exciting. And sometimes you do get lonely. I'm not gonna front. And girl got needs. But what's more important? Your sanity, your freedom of your mind, to realize, ugh, that headache I don't have to deal with anymore. Or constantly wondering, are you good enough for that person? Don't ever downplay yourself for anybody at all, because you're worth so much more. You're beautiful inside and out. You're going to learn to love yourself. Get closer with God if you're not. First thing you do in the morning, pray, read your verse, Bible verse, or your scripture, or go to church. Like, I got so connected with God because I had so much healing to do. And it was like, I always made my outer appearance so beautiful, but inside I was so hurting. I was so broken. I felt so damaged. I felt so useless. I felt like no one wanted me. Until I got dressed one day and went out, and just all these guys was like talking. I was like, so I am beautiful, and then I am this, and I am that. Then my confidence started boosting back up, and my value of myself started boosting back up. Like, everything went back up, and it's like now I may have 99 problems, but a nigga ain't one, and I don't think about it. And sometimes the memory try to resurface itself, and when it does, it's okay to cry. It's okay to be in pain. It's okay to feel that. That's the emotions that you're going to feel. This is your healing process. Like, when you cut yourself, it's going to take time for it to heal. Some wounds heal faster than others. But when it's really that deep, it takes some time. Don't rush the journey. Don't rush the process. Don't rush the healing. Enjoy every second, every tear. Because eventually the sun does shine the next day. It does. You may cry at night, but at the end of the day, you will find your happiness again. You haven't laughed your best laugh. You haven't walked your best walk. You haven't wore your best outfit. You haven't did or seen your best picture. You haven't lived your best life until you start loving yourself, start being around family, praying, going to church, putting God first, tithing, giving your time. Sometimes giving is not always about money. It's giving your time to someone else. Like, if your homegirl got kids, take her kids. Take them to church with you one day, or just take your mind and do something different. Find a hobby. Go to Groupon. They got different discounts on different things. Find something to do. Find what you like to do for fun. Or be at home. If you can't afford to go out, go to the park. Go for a walk. Or read a book. Do vlogs. I don't know. Find something that you like and enjoy, and just live your life. But don't let someone else control how you feel about you. You're going to have to be strong, because it won't be easy. It will definitely be a hard transition, but you could make it. You can do it. You can get through it. You can fight this process. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. This is from someone who's been played over and over. I've been played like I was like a freaking someone's favorite song. Like, it's just constantly playing over and over on repeat. Like, I was hurt that bad. But then God will send you a guy. Whether the guy is for you to marry or not, God will send someone to help boost your confidence. Someone like, oh, girl, you bad. Someone that's going to take you out, wine and dine you. Or even if y'all just start talking for a month, who cares? At least you had the chance to feel beautiful. That person, God sent that person for you to feel comfortable about yourself again. Start loving yourself. Start getting out, dressing up, meeting new people. Those are things you should do. That's what I did. And one last thing, and then the girl, she asked me, will you block them from their social media? Me, personally, no, I wouldn't. All right, I'll understand why some people block them, because the love is so strong to the point where you can't even see them. I get it. But I'm that kind of person where I'm not going to block you. I want you to see me make it, with or without you. I want you to see my glow up be real. I want you to understand, like, I don't have to block you to get over you. Because in my mind, I feel like if I'm blocking you, then I'm wondering what you're doing, what you want, who you with, now I want to see it. But when I have the option to actually check your page or stuff like that, and I don't, I feel like I'm stronger that way. So I'm not saying that way it works for you. It works for me. I'm just giving you advice. And sometimes you might have to block the person. We all follow each other on social media. They both block me. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't need to block you. I didn't delete pictures. Now, I threw his stuff out. That I did. I got some spirits about it in this house. Every time I see something of his that surface, I throw it right out. Just throw it out. That took a lot for me, because I'm always a person that hold on to memories. Like, I'll have like some of the chains or jewelry they gave me, or shirts and stuff like that. Like, I like it. I like men clothing. But with his, that one thing I said, I threw his stuff out. And it was a symbol. It symbolized of me letting him go. But I didn't block them. I mean, that's up to you. But I've talked long enough, and I just wanted to send this video out to let you know, like, you're not the only one. There's other people out there that's going through the same thing. And if you want to talk, let me know. Hit me up. Comment below. Give me your feedback on what would you do. Would you unblock the person or would you block them? Were you the other woman or were you the side chick or were you the main chick? Which one were you? So love God first and everything else is going to fall into place. I'm telling you. It is what it is. But I'm out. That's enough of my business. I like doing this. If you want me to tell you some more about my business, let me know. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about, let me know. I've been through a lot in my life, a whole lot, and I've experienced a whole lot. So I don't feel like no topic would be too broad for me to talk about. So I don't want to say this is Makeup and Dom. I just want to say this is Tea Time with Dom. Thank you for allowing me to entertain you as well as speak wisdom and guidance into your life. And I pray that if someone is going through what I went through, just keep your head up. That's the only thing I can say. Keep your head up and don't ignore the red flags. Gotta go.